Hi, in this lesson I'm going to teach you how to do mole conversion problems that have two steps this time. We've been practicing with ones that have one step, and we will focus on the two-step conversions. So there are only 6 possible conversion factors that we're going to use, and they're kind of related to each other. We know that 1 mole equals the molar mass of a substance. So a circle. So we could have 1 mole over the molar mass, or we could have molar mass over 1 mole. Since they equal one another, that's equivalent to a fraction that is equivalent to 1. We know that 1 mole of any gas at standard temperature and pressure is 22.4 liters. So these are the 2 possible conversion factors that can be used with that equality. Here, I will just write these down here. 1 mole equals 22.4 liters. And then the last is 1 mole. My pen is making me write crooked, is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. So these are the 2 possible conversion factors that can be used with that. Now what I've done is I've copied and pasted each of these conversion factors, and I've kind of overlaid them on this roadmap that we've been using. And you can see that they are indeed exactly the same as the conversions on the roadmap that were there before. The difference between mine and the one that's on the roadmap is they like to put 1.00 moles, and I just like to write 1 mole. That is my preference. So here I've just overlaid them. I think this might look a little neater. If you like it, you could take a screenshot of it and use this, or you can use it just the way it was. So let's just remember a couple of things with this roadmap. In every single problem, you are going to be given a certain number, and that certain number is going to be associated with a unit. And if you're given something in, I don't know why it's erasing. It's an eraser. I'm trying to get a pen. Oh, because my pen is upside down. There. I guess when I turn my pen upside down, it turns into an eraser. So let's say I'm given that I have 28.9 liters of gas, and I want to find out how many grams that's going to be. So before, in our one-step problem, we just literally took 1 step. Now we're going to take 2 steps. If we're starting here, we're going to need to use this conversion factor, and then we're going to need to use this conversion factor. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to go there. Now, here's the deal. You can't go through the ditches. We have our, now I am going to erase some things. Now that I know I can just turn my pen over. Ooh, look at how exciting that is. So I have this parking lot right here. I'm going to call that my liters parking lot. And I've got this parking lot right here. I'm going to call that my particles parking lot, which for the most part are going to be atoms and molecules for us. And here I have the mass parking lot. And I think that these look like bubbles. I think that these look kind of like jelly beans or blueberries or something, and I keep thinking that these are coconuts, so I may refer to these as those things. So I can't get on my vehicle and just go through the ditches to get there. It's not allowed. All right, so I need to follow the designed pathways. My pathway to go, if I'm given 29.4 liters and I want to find mass, I have to take this road first, and then I have to take that road. So in here I have the mole parking lot. So on my map I have 4 parking lots. the liters parking lot, the mass parking lot, the particles parking lot, and the mole parking lot. And these are the roads that get us there, and you have to follow the arrows. So let's just go through a series of problems, and then I'm going to have you guys practice it on your own. I have to keep this not in a presentation mode so that I can continue using the pen. I want to use a similar color scheme that I used before. We need to identify what's given, what we're trying to find, and how we're going to get there. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is look for number. Here's my number, and the number is 2.45 times 10 to the 25th nitrogen molecules. All right, so the number is where I'm starting. So I am starting in the particles parking lot. I have 2.45. I'm gonna not put that there because I'm gonna need to solve the problem there shortly. I have 2.45 times 10 to the 25th molecules. And now I need to figure out what I'm trying to find. I look for the what will, or the how many. Here it is. What will the volume of this container be in liters? And my volume is up here. So that is my question. Now I need to figure out the path I'm going to take. If I am starting here, I can't follow this arrow because the arrow doesn't go that way. I'm going to use this conversion factor first to get me from the particles parking lot to the mole parking lot. And then I need to follow this one to get to the liters parking lot. Now, let's think about this a little bit. So Mario wants to get to Princess Peach. In order for Mario to solve this problem, I don't know what's happened. I'm still recording. I lost my share. I stopped sharing the screen. Whoops, a daisy. I'm back. Here's the screen. Anyway, we're going to have Mario. Here, stop inking. That's the only way I can have Mario move. We're gonna have Mario hang out in the parking lot where the problem starts, and we're going to have Princess Peach up here where he's trying to get to. Now he can only, I was hoping I could get him to switch the other direction. All right, he's gonna run backwards. He can only take one pathway, and this is it. Do, 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 do. So he needs to follow this conversion factor and this conversion factor in order to get to Princess Peach. All right, so we're gonna put him back down here. That's where he's starting. And let's just go ahead and solve this problem. So I'm going to start by writing down what's given. This might get a little sloppy down here because it's kind of tough on the pad that I'm using. I have 2.45 times 10 to the 25th molecules. And I have to write molecules because I can't write MOL of nitrogen. Now, my first conversion factor that Mario encounters is this one. 1 mole of what? Of nitrogen is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. Yeah, I'll stop there, molic. All right, now we are in the mole parking lot. Mario would be in the mole parking lot, and we would follow the next pathway to get to Princess Peach. And that is this one right here. I have 1 mole on the bottom this time. 1 mole of nitrogen is 22.4 liters. And this will get me to Princess Peach. And let's have Mario take that path. So here he goes. Mario is going to follow the same pathway each time. I set the rules on this Mario thing. Mario starts here, so you put that number into the parking lot, into the calculator, and he follows this path. He jumps to the top of a platform and then down, and then to the top, and then down, and then equals. Kind of runs to the end. So let's look at his pathway. So as we are putting this in our calculator, I'm going to say the ones initially and then remind you that ones can be ignored, but you want to say them in your head as you're thinking about Mario going from place to place. 2.45 times 10 to the 25th times 1 divided by 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd times 22.4 divided by 1 equals. And if you put this in your calculator, you should get 912 liters, and Mario has made it to Princess Peach. So again, Mario can do the ones in his head. Calculator goes like this: 2.45 times 10 to the 25th times 1 divided by 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd times 22.4 divided by 1 equals 912. Okay, now the very last thing that I want to add to this is, oh goodness, everything just moved, is I want to show my unit conversion. So I'm going to show unit conversion with a pen. So I have my molecules, my unit cancellation. That's what I meant tonight, unit conversion. So my molecules on the top and my molecules on the bottom will cancel. Moles of N2, moles of N2 on the bottom will cancel, and my final answers is in liters. So remember, a conversion factor is equivalent to 1. So technically, I'm multiplying, like realistically, I'm multiplying this times 1 and I'm multiplying this times 1 because 1 mole equals 22.4 liters. But this allows us to navigate through the units. All right, let's go through the next one. We have a container. Contains 45 grams of silver. So we have 45 grams. We're starting in the mass parking lot, 45.7 grams. And the question is, how many silver atoms does it take? So we are looking for atoms. All right. So in this case, Mario is starting in mass and he wants to end up at atoms. So I'll put Princess Peach over here. Okay. So get my pen back. I'm just going to complete this entire one in red. I first start by writing down the given. I have 45.7 grams of silver. And over here, I'm going to give myself a lot of space. I want to write down what I'm trying to find, which is atoms of silver, right by Princess Peach. All right. The conversion factor, the path I'm going to take, I'm starting, Mario here is in the mass parking lot. He's going to have to jump to the mole parking lot, and he's going to then have to jump to the particles parking lot. So he's going to use this conversion factor and follow these arrows, and then this one. So the first one, I have 1 mole of silver is equal to the molar mass. Now, the molar mass comes from the periodic table, and the molar mass for silver is 107.87 grams. All right, boom, I've gotten to the mole parking lot. My next conversion factor is going to be 1 mole on the bottom of silver is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms on top. My units cancel. And in the parking lot, or in your calculator, you would type in 45.7 divided by 107.87 times 6.02 equals, and that will give us 2.55 times 10 to the 23rd atoms, and Mario has made it to the princess. All right, we will do one more. In this one, we have a container has 95.7 grams of helium. All right, so we are starting in the Mass parking lot, 95.7 grams. How many liters? So we are ending up here in liters. So Mario is starting in the Mass parking lot. He's going to have to go to the Mole parking lot, and then he's going to have to go up to the Liters parking lot to get to the princess who is there. All right, and let's turn this into the problem. We have 95.7 grams of helium. My first conversion factor is following the arrow, 1 mole of helium. On the periodic table, it tells us that it has a mass of 4.00 grams. All right, Mario has made it to the Mole parking lot. He is now heading up to the Liters parking lot, and that conversion factor with following the arrow has 1 mole of on the bottom and 22.4 liters on the top, and that will give us liters. My grams cancel, my moles of helium cancel, and I have liters. So as Mario follows his pathway through the Super Mario method, we have 95.7 divided by 4 times 22.4. Now, every single one of these two-step problems are going to start with a number, divide by something, and multiply something. That's the pattern. So it's just the way that it is. So the next thing for you to do is to practice. These are the problems I'm going to have you do. There are 4 problems, and then I may have you end up doing another couple of problems on an exit ticket. If you're given those instructions, they will be very clear to you. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then just disregard what I said. In this assignment, I'm giving you the answers for a particular reason. I'm giving you the answers so that you know if you have worked the problem out correctly and get the correct answer, there's a good indication that you did it correctly. If you are not getting the right answer, you're either, number one, not putting the numbers in your calculator right. Maybe you are multiplying when you're dividing. You might be getting mixed up with putting scientific notation in your calculator, or you just might not have the problem set up correctly. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something on two-step mole conversions, and I hope that you have a lot of fun when you start to solve them.